On today's program, we have Eccentric. They are a local rock pop band, and they're going to be performing for us today.
On two will be the Community Time in Prayer with Jane Wiest and Dina Dykstra.
Also on the program, Carol Moran is going to be coming to us from Rogers in Ajax to give us the top 10 video rentals and 2 of her movie picks.
And I will be sitting down with chapters, and hopefully we'll be able to twist their arm a little bit and get making music with Charlie Chaplin in on their book reports as well. So stay tuned with us. We've got lots of daytime coming right your way. Stay dry, don't go away. So we've got lots on for today. Jeff from this. I know prayer in the community was kind of waning off for a few years, and I know now that things are coming back full circle. It's encouraging to see that young people are getting involved back in religion and with the church. Joining me today from the Community Time in Prayer is Jane Wiest and Dina Dykstra. I got that right finally. I know my dentures were slipping a little bit today, and I seem to have a little bit of stumble. But welcome to the show, ladies. It's so nice to meet you both.
Good morning.
I know that there's a lot of things going on with your program, but it's something that I had not heard of. So can you give us a little bit of background on when it started?
It started 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Our first event was held at Oshawa City Hall in the Civic Square. And the reason we established it, being a city councillor and a local councillor, there was a great deal of discussion from constituents and from the churches and that they would like to see a special day established for the city in prayer for all issues affecting the city. And that's how we got it established.
How was, again, this being the second year, what was the first year like? Was the response overwhelming? Was it good?
It was very good. We were quite amazed. But when you're doing the Lord's work, you know that it will be very positive response to it. And we had tremendous sponsors from the churches, endorsement from the churches, as well as endorsements from citizens in the city who just were so encouraged. So when the day of the event occurred, we had a tremendous turnout. It was a beautiful day. The sun was shining and the birds were singing, and it was lively music we had, and
well, we could use a few of those kind of days now with the sun
sure
shining and the birds. I tell you, with the way it's been going, I think I saw 2 guys gathering animals 2 by 2 last weekend, and if we don't get some sun pretty soon.
I was working on the ark. You know, last year I thought, oh, this can't get better. But as we worked on it this year and put it together, you're seeing that each year it's going to be better. I think the thing that I really appreciate is that Dina is very organized, and I love working with her. We have a good working relationship, and we've prayed this up. So we've been praying, and prayer changes things. And as soon as I was asked to come on the committee, I was just like a little bunny. Prayer? Oh, yes! Because I've always had a heart for prayer, and I know where that's, and through this past year I've had comments from constituents that would say, it's about time. We've really wanted this. So we're excited to be doing the Lord's work. And
now, Jane, is this strictly targeted in Durham, or is this a nationwide type of program that you're trying to uplift and get going, or is it nationwide now?
Dina, can you answer that?
It is. We are well known now through across Canada. We are sponsored by one of the individuals or organizations is Prayer Canada from British Columbia. We are endorsed by several organizations from Toronto. Crossroads Ministry is one of our big supporters. So we are becoming across Canada very well known.
Wonderful. That's so encouraging, because again, to get something like this, I know a few years ago they tried to hold a handheld, like a Hands Across Canada and a Hands Across the World kind of thing in prayer.
Right.
And I know it was greeted with mixed emotion, and some people went out in droves to support it, and other people tried to support it in their own way. I guess that the main thing was that there was good support from it, but not quite what they had intended.
Right.
Can you see this growing to something such as that, with huge events coast to coast?
Definitely.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We have people now coming forward that are that have heard now since last year we've been organizing this and have said, you know, oh, I wish I had known sooner. We've had emails from Saskatchewan, from England, from Germany, who've heard about us now and have said, we'd love to be there. Can you inform us for next year when it's occurring? And they would like to now start establishing in their communities and in their countries as well what's happening. So we're very excited. Our mission statement was just for Canada, but it's just expanding tremendously.
Now, this is non-denominational. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
That is
So,
correct.
so again, no matter what faith somebody is practicing or chooses to practice or perhaps is investigating to start a practice as well, you encourage everybody to get involved in this
Yes.
in a non-denominational format.
Yeah.
That is correct.
And this is the wonderful part when you think that people can get together and pray together because we have one God. And I think it's very important. It's showing that we're united we stand, divided we'll fall, but
Yes.
we're not going to fall. And then, you know, one thing that really impressed me was the prayer around the flagpole. And when the youth can start rising up and praying, then it's our duty to rise up and set an example. And I feel we're setting a good example. And as a trustee, I was honored last year to be able to speak on behalf of my students and to pray for them. Because I pray for them daily, but to go public, I think is very important. And there's always power when 2 or 3 are gathered together in prayer.
Very much so. And when
Yeah.
you have groups of 2,000 and 3,000,
Yeah.
there's even more. And you can
That's right.
feel the energy. You can feel the energy
Yes.
permeating off something such as that. And again, it grows and grows and grows. What some people like to call as an energy ball that you can create and keep this rolling. And if you can,
Yeah.
it's a very powerful thing. I know I've witnessed this in so many things through my religious background, but I've always been amazed that I had a good friend that was a Jehovah's Witness. And when I say was, he's no longer with us, so that's why he hasn't changed his faith or anything. But I chose that wasn't the way for me to go. But to stay away from that kind of debate, I couldn't believe it. He said, Keith, we need some help. I had a window company at that point in my life. He said, we need some help. We're building a church this weekend. And I looked him in the eye and said, this weekend. And he was dead straight. And he says, yep, we're doing it this weekend. We're going to start on Friday morning, and we're going to have a prayer meeting at Sunday at midnight in it. And I said,
Oh, fantastic.
are do you know if you're punched or bored here, Dale? I said, there's no way that you're going to do this in the weekend. And lo and behold, I went out. I donated some of my time and some materials to them, and again, non-denominational, and they did it. That
Wonderful,
church
wonderful.
was up
That's
in
called
the
walking on faith, Keith.
that church was up in the weekend, and I was just, my mouth was agape. I couldn't believe it. So this power and this energy that we speak of, it's very prevalent, and it's very, very strong. And if you can direct and channel that, gosh, there's not much that you can't do with it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that your program and that your event is going to continue and build on that energy as well. But what other things have you got in the throes or in the works right now? Are there other events and programs that you're working on?
Yes, our main event is for this Sunday, June 25th, at Oshawa City Hall at the Civic Square. And the reason we chose Oshawa City Hall, if I may just elaborate for a minute on that, Keith, is that because it's non-denominational, but we have all one common goal. And we felt that the City Hall is representation of the whole city. And we felt that that would be important to have it in a central location, that everyone would come. But it's June 25th, this Sunday, from 1:30 till 4. We have, this year, we have canopies up, because last year we died in the sun, and this year I think we're going to have them up for the rain. But we do have canopies up this year. Bring a lawn chair. It is a tremendous program. It is mostly local artists that are singing, gospel artists. We have a number of different churches coming out, saying a few words of prayer, and to recognize that we need to continue with family traditional values in this city if we are going to be a successful city.
How do we teach the kids that it's cool to pray? So many of them look at it, oh, that's lame. I'm not. That's stale. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Where deep in their heart, I know that they've got some Christian background, and they do have some Christian morality. But this isn't cool. This isn't what I need to do. How do you break that stereotypical mold?
I think you've got to show them an example. And And the part of praying for me is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if they can see, and it's joyful, and it's fun. I think, like children want to have fun today.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can see that it's not a drag,
Mm-hmm.
and that praying is actually powerful, lots of fun, exciting, and we're setting the example,
Right.
I think they'll see this is the way to go.
I've seen an influx in my church as of late. Again, some of the parishioners, we have a very old congregation in my church, and my gosh, the attrition scale is just sliding. Like, I can't believe how many people are passing on. But again, these are people in their 80s and in their 90s that have lived very rich lives and always been within the Christian faith and within the parish. But I've seen kids coming out in droves lately, and in our church as well. We have a black light puppet theater troupe.
Oh.
And they've built everything themselves, and they're doing Noah's Ark.
Oh, for heaven's
And I took a friend of mine and myself, and we went to the showing of this. I'm not kidding you. I walked out of there, I was 10 feet off the ground. These kids do amazing things with this blacklight puppet. So if you get a chance to see them, they're called the St. Mark's Troupe, theater troupe, blacklight theater troupe.
Great.
And if you get an opportunity to see them or book them in, I tell you, I walked out of there so thoroughly entertained. I couldn't believe the energy that they're putting into this. So
Wow.
hopefully,
Another thing about prayer, too, I think, is that children are looking for something. And I think they're more open than we believe they are.
well, I know we're all reaching out now. I wish you the very best with your event,
Thank
ladies.
you
It's
so
been
much,
such a
Keith.
pleasure to have you on. There's more daytime coming right your way. Well, if there's any budding musicians out there, it's always good to see the energy that some people can get going. And again, it's wonderful to get a band together and get things going. It's a lot of hard work, I know. But if you're looking for a rehearsal studio, I know we used to rehearse down at Musty Music at Jeff's place. You can reach Jeff and Samantha Ross, which incidentally, their wedding is coming up very, very soon. Congratulations to them. But if you need recording or if you need rehearsal studio space, Musty Music's number is 432-7299. Give Jeff a call.
Again, the group Eccentric, the CD is called Focus, and it is available at Sam the Record Man, or you can call 1-800-JOE Radio for a copy of this.
We always have our web poll question, and one of the ones that we're asking for this week is, will you be visiting any of the Fiesta Week pavilions? So if you can give us your views on that and on which ones that you may be visiting, we are your official Fiesta Week television station. So again, if you can give us some feedback on the web, on the poll, we'd love to hear from you.
And all you have to do is also watch our Worth Noting program that will list all of the 19 ethnic pavilions that are out there for you. So watch that and you'll find out more.
And if you've got some time, you can join the Rogers crew tonight out at the Polish Veterans Hall. We're going to be out there having a very, very good time and enjoying the local fair and the entertainment that they're hosting up there. So again, I hope to see you up there tonight.
Absolutely. Some great things happening. So many great events going on all this week and also on the weekend. Just a reminder, Brandon Bear's Fun Fair is taking place at the Oshawa Loblaws, which is at 481 Gibbs Street, and that's from 10 a.m. to, I believe, 3 p.m. And if you'd like to help out there, please do so. You can call Christine Winters at 743-0057, and the proceeds from that event are going to the Hospital for Sick Kids burn unit. There's going to be a barbecue, a silent auction, tons and tons of games and prizes, and some celebrities will be stopping by. So if you can, head out to that and donate to a worthwhile cause.
And don't forget this Sunday, right downtown at City Hall, we're around the flagpole. Community Time in Prayer will be hosted there, and this is a non-denominational prayer meeting. Again, they're going from 1 till 4 p.m. So if you have an opportunity, if you are feeling that you need to top up a little bit on your prayer scope, or again, if you're just curious on this too, they'd love to see you out. This is their second year on this, and it will build and join into a national type of thing. So again, you can get in on the second year of festivities. So this is right downtown at City Hall this Sunday from 1 till 4. We've got tons and tons and tons. Christian in Motion, there's a few other bands as well, but there's local artisans going to be there. Lots of bands, lots of things for the kids to do as well. So hopefully, if you can make it out for that, come on out Sunday at City Hall from 1 till 4 for Community Time in Prayer.
Dina Dykstra does some great work. She usually comes on to talk about the Santa Claus Parade, the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade, and we're looking forward to her coming back to talk about that event that's coming up as well.
Yes, are you doing anything for the Santa Claus Parade this year?
I don't know what's happening this year. We did things the last 2 years, though, participated in the parade itself.
As macabre and morose as this may sound, it's around the corner if you're planning to do anything. If you're not doing it now, it ain't going to get done. So that's something, if you are planning to get involved with the Santa Claus Parade, now's the time. They're always looking for good volunteers, and they need your help. There's so much work to putting on a parade like that, and the people that stand in the wings kind of says, oh yeah, well, I've seen that float before, and that. You have no idea the amount of love, labor, tears, blood, sweat, and tears that go into it to make it what it is that we have here in town.
Absolutely, and they do have to start early.
And we do. We have a very respectable parade here in town. I love the parade here. I like Whitby's too. I've always liked Whitby, being my hometown. But the Oshawa one, I think, is getting better and better and stronger every year. And it's because of people's work that Dina does, that Jane does, that people that get in and kick into this thing and just get right in up to here, right overnight, and that's what makes it work.
Absolutely. Just a reminder, too, we've been mentioning this the last couple of days, but with the warm weather outside, just to remember to, if you have young children out there, that you are applying sunscreen to them. My little sister came home a couple days ago with a nasty burn because she forgot to put her sunscreen on. So just a reminder to lather your kids up, to have them protected from the sun's rays if you can.
I hope that we get some sun for this weekend, and that it's a very, very good weekend to take in all the festivities going on. As I say, I'm going to be out of town, but hopefully that we'll get some very good weather right here in town as well, and that you can get out, do your gardening, get into Fiesta Week, and really have fun in Durham. Stay tuned. There's more daytime coming right your way.